Need the small talk, yo?
Yeah, we definitely that's small talk. I'm trying to get.
But anyway, like I'm new to the office life, right? So
our off topic is what again?
I'm getting into it. So I'm in my office.
You want to take it back to B-Way's room or something? Like,
yeah. I'm in my office today. I'm chilling. I'm in my office today.
You got office?
Got office.
Damn, you big time. They get Puerto Rican's office.
Wow.
Puerto Rican's offices now.
I'm in the office chilling.
Out of control.
Lloyd Banks' Victory freestyle came on, right? Jamming out to it. But not really jamming out. But anyway. So imagine a 40-year-old Spanish guy walking in your office and he hears the Victory beat and he's like, is that the Notorious Big? So like, first of all, I don't trust him no more because he said Notorious Big.
Well, in his defense, he sees that B.I.G.
But there's a period. That's like who they call Young Ma. It's Young M.A.
I call Young Ma.
I didn't know.
I'm 32.
I didn't know it was Young
M.A.
M.A.
Young
Yeah, you know
M.A.
that
There's
is.
a period.
I mean, I hear people say different
So
things.
anyway,
What's
he's
that
like,
M.A. stand for?
I heard she got Kaylani pregnant. That's what I heard, man. That's what I heard, man. You heard it here first, man.
She always strapped.
Oh, that's funny.
She does walk around always strapped.
Yo, no bull. I don't want to even say this out loud because I know this person personally, but I met, like, she looked just like Young M.A. She was a part of the auxiliary to my frat. Like, she's one of the sisters. And first time I ever met her, she was she was at a party. We had a party at another one of the sisters' houses, and she was saying that he was just talking shit like with the dudes, and she was just like, "I'm bigger than yours." And I was like, "What?" Like, and then, this time I'm like 21. I'm not there yet with the lesbians yet. Yo, she said her exact words. I was like, you walk around with that shit on, like just in your jeans. She was like, nigga, don't you? I was like, yo,
I like where this episode's going.
Yo, I was like,
how did she pee with that thing?
I don't know, but when she hit me with the don't you, I'm like, she's right. No, but she was right.
I'm just saying.
Let's get started.
I wanted to shout her out. Like, yo, I'm about to shout her out because she was right.
Man.
She was not wrong about that.
Microphone check. Hey, this is the world's most popular barbecue talk, barbershop talk, man cave conversation. However you like it or dislike it, this is the heavyweight champ of Sports Talk Podcast. This is your opinionated facts. These are your hosts, your boy B-Ways back in the building.
Hey.
You keep the red-headed bandit right next to me.
Oh, man.
There he goes again.
Man.
I think that's just what you're going to be from now on. And we have the highly opinionated, always rejuvenated Mr. Jack Ruiz in the building with us.
Hold on.
What's up, fellas?
How's he get all that, though?
Because I'm playing through it, man.
I get red-headed bandit. He getting gold medals.
What do you mean? I think that's the same thing.
Yeah, whatever, man. Y'all always try to team up against me, but you can't beat me. Y'all can't beat me in these arguments. My opinions are better than yours.
You question my manhood like I wasn't going to come into this shit hurt.
I did. You know, as soon as I seen it, I was disappointed in you. I was like, man, Jack always come through, man. What do you mean you got sty in his eye?
I'm just saying, man.
Look, man, hey, listen up. Jack was going to cancel on us today because he got a sty. So he must have been being mean to some pregnant chicks or something.
I keep hearing that, man.
He was being mean to someone that's pregnant. And we don't have time for that. So we said, look, I said, a sty stopping you? Like, so this is his flu game. You know, Mike played with the flu, scored 38 points, and you wanted to stay at home because you had a sty.
Hey, man, I was in pain.
Like, so, I mean, sometimes it's all about your dedication, man. And sometimes some people have it, some people don't.
And I got it.
Nah, you didn't.
We're about to see if you got it. We're now about to bring it. So
I mean, hold on, man. If you're wondering why I'm holding this stupid ass teddy bear,
I'm wondering.
Because y'all lost.
Some of y'all are wondering.
Because y'all lost.
Because
y'all lost.
One of the producers, I'm not gonna mention any names. One of the producers said I seem like I've been sad or something lately. I don't know, but he said I thought this would cheer you up, and he bought me a stupid ass teddy bear. I appreciate it. And that is a good friend, and I'm gonna take it home with me, and I appreciate it to the producer.
It's hard to tell who your friends are nowadays.
It is.
It is, man. Friends and enemies.
And you don't never think your friends are actually like paying attention. So for him to say, "Hey, you seem a little sad lately. I thought this would cheer you up,"
That's a good friend.
I mean, I didn't even finish introductions yet. So.
Well, I apologize.
I mean, he got.
Well, it's time to go. It's go time.
Well, we got Dixon on the ones and
We
twos.
got Dixon pouring stuff in red cups, and we just don't know what's going to happen. We don't know what's going to lead to.
We have the producer Dwayne back in the building as well. Fellas, real quick. Also, if anyone is in need of credit repair, the Credit Lab is your place to be. If anyone is in need of credit repair, building business credit, business loans, counseling, contact Credit Lab here in Lancaster, PA. Contact us for a free consultation. The website is www.creditlab.com. Follow our Facebook page at the Credit Lab. And if you need our phone number, it's 717-509-8899. And you get a $50 off your first referral if you mention Opinionated Facts. So make sure you guys do that. We just had somebody go last week, and they were very, very pleased and reached out and thanked me. Thanked us.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
I didn't hear that.
definitely. Anyway, back to it.
And they mentioned us?
Yeah.
We out here, baby. Hey, we out here.
Chill.
We out here. we about to be a real thing right now.
Anyway, so this weekend, we had our boy LeBron James make his Saturday night debut. Not to mention the Lakers are 0-3 right now, but they're gonna get it together.
Well,
don't let the fact that Rajon Rondo got uppercutted let you forget.
First of
the
all,
Lakers are 0-3.
I want to mention something.
Kobe would have made them free
I
throws.
want to mention something about Rondo. Biggest diva I ever met in the NBA. Number one.
You gonna say Rondo's bad?
Rondo
What
is
Chris
a
Paul?
diva.
What is Chris Paul?
Before the uppercut, though, he did land a solid shot on Chris
Trying to
Paul.
poke him
Two.
in the eye, man. No, Chris Paul tried to do that.
It was a solid shot. Rondo landed a solid shot. I wish that wouldn't have happened because if I had to pick one person in the NBA I wanted to get knocked out, it'd be Rondo.
Rondo?
Yes.
Reason? What's the reason? Why?
I don't like him.
So that's just the reason?
Personally.
Like,
Personally, I don't like him.
Why? You can't just look
There's
at somebody
no-
and say you don't like them.
Yes, and that's the great part about America. You can just look at him.
Trump's America.
You can just look at him and say, you know what? I just don't like that. I mean, there's people that do it all the time in Lancaster.
Jeez.
I mean,
Oh God, this one called
no,
like that.
first of all, there's plenty of people that don't know people in Lancaster. They're like, hey, I just don't like that guy.
People
I don't
get
know
a
why.
preconceived notion of you.
Exactly.
They don't like you.
I had someone tell me before they said they didn't like me until they actually talked to me. And I was like, oh,
That's what
he's
you
actually
post on
an
social
okay
media
guy.
nowadays.
That's why I don't post anything.
So, just because you don't like the guy,
I don't.
you're happy he got punched in the face. Like Rondo's playing well for us right now.
Rondo is a bum.
Nobody's
Oh,
playing
my
well for
God.
He
you.
don't play well for anybody.
No, hold on. The
He
Lakers.
played well for the Celtics. He ain't been the same since.
The Lakers are playing well right now.
How?
Hold on.
You can't give up 142 points.
And that's
to
what
And
we're
then
the
say you're
saying.
playing well.
That's what we're struggling at. We're struggling on the defensive end
Well, what do you mean you're playing well? Where does that come from? Why do you say that?
because we're sharing the ball well. Our pace is good. Like this is going to be this is going to result in wins as soon as the chemistry combines.
I haven't came
together.
over to LA yet.
Well,
I don't know if you haven't noticed that yet.
only
I haven't
LeBron
watched
fan.
I watched a quarter. You know what? LeBron looks like his age may be catching up to him.
Oh God!
And this is coming from a LeBron fan. And I don't know if it's because he's in the Laker colors or what it is.
Slower.
He looks slower. He don't look like he's jumping as high. You know what? He looks like Father Time might be saying, hey, it's nice
What
to meet
up?
you.
Look, first of all, you're being disrespectful to the king.
First of all,
Don't
like
be
I said,
disrespectful to the king.
don't get it wrong. I took the 6-hour drive by myself to go see them celebrate.
You always throw that out there, so that means
But because I want people
criticize
to
him.
understand how big of a fan I am. So I'm a big fan. So I have the right to say this about this guy.
That's debatable.
He's a bum.
Whoa!
At this point,
I'll take that back. He's not a bum. I'm just saying. He doesn't look right. But he always starts out slow every season.
I was about to say, like, how would you guys feel?
He's a slow starter.
But the thing that destroyed, that I'm upset about with the Lakers and LeBron, one of him missing the 2 foul shots yesterday to win the game for us. I don't like the way he went over to Chris Paul and not your teammate.
I understood that
Like-
though because
oh, here it comes.
I understand that.
Here it comes.
I didn't like it as a teammate, but as a friend, because if you play for the Rockets and I play for the Lakers and that breaks out and you get in that scuffle
Don't fight me.
off the court, you and I are still best friends.
Exactly, but I gotta go.
So I'm going to kind of. Plus, I'm not that tight with Rondo, especially with the things he's tweeted out about me before. Anyway, you know what I mean? I don't care. You see with the things.
It don't look good.
The things that he said about LeBron in the past, Rondo. Exactly. You're never going to like. You're never going to like that person.
That's your teammate.
You'll tolerate him because he's your teammate. You will tolerate him.
You don't go.
But you go on the war with that guy over one of your best friends. If it's actually one of your best friends, probably not.
Nah, but we about to embark on this 80.
No, I'm not trying to hear that. Because like I said, if it's you, I'm doing the same thing he did. I'm like, look, chill, man. We good. Like it's good. Chill. I mean, you know what I mean. I understand you're upset. Don't get suspended for a few games. Whatever he was saying.
It's one thing about pulling him off and breaking up the fight. But after the fight, you're walking down the court with your arm
off
around
the court. That guy's one of his best friends.
I don't care if that was your mother.
Yo, if you do that to me,
we're competing right now.
So you can just do whatever you want. Like say that happens. That happens, and I'm the person that got spit on. Let's say. What do? You walk with your teammate? You ride for your teammate, or do you just say I'm done?
I'm breaking up the fight.
Yeah.
And then I'm hugging you, and I'm like I'll talk to you after the game, bro.
Nah, we done. Yeah. Don't call me after the game. You
Ingram threw a sucker punch from the rafters. He threw a haymaker from the rafters.
Your teammate threw a sucker punch.
Come on.
Don't call me after the game. You know why? Our friendship's over. Our friendship is done.
Wait, our friendship's over because my teammate punched you in the face.
Man. You gotta realize, I can't go over there and be
all
hugged up on you.
That's the difference. When you choose who you want to ride with, all right, we'll ride with him now.
You sounding real
loyalty? Loyalty over what? Team over loyalty.
First of all, LeBron ain't gotta like these guys that he plays with.
Yes. He just looks
He ain't been riding with these guys. You know what? He been around for 3 damn games with Rondo. He ain't never liked Rondo. They ain't never liked each other.
Perception is reality.
Now they playing nice because they play on the same team.
Yes.
You have to.
No.
You gotta.
No.
It's like a racist going to war with.
Remember Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr?
You can't be a racist.
Anybody remember Michael Jordan punched Steve Kerr?
In practice.
We all know it happened. Steve Kerr told the story. It happened. It's factual.
Okay.
So what?
He
punched that guy in the face.
What was the quote that LeBron said when he was mic'd up?
He said when he was mic'd up, if you fall down, stay down. Let your brother pick you up. We're family.
That's your brother, and then you over here.
Who's his brother? Rondo?
His teammate.
Rondo ain't nobody's brother.
Why you yell out?
I don't like the guy, yo. I don't like the guy. He's a diva.
I don't know what the problem is with Rondo.
First of all, he's not very good.
Who came out and said that
Chris Paul
he would not have a ring if it wasn't for KG and it wasn't for Paul.
He held his own.
We got Ingram as the new Pippen.
He did not.
Someone wrote Ingram is the new Pippen.
He's a damn idiot.
Ingram is good.
No, he's not.
Why is it that in the NBA you do stuff like that? You only get like 2 games, 4 games.
NFL, you get a whole season. You get half the season.
NFL, you would get 1 game. You would
I
get
wonder why.
A fight like that.
NFL?
Actually, in the NFL, you probably wouldn't get suspended though. You would get fined.
You don't really see fights in that.
In the NFL, you don't get suspended. You get fined for things.
Right. I can't
they
remember last time I saw
don't suspend you for things because 1 game in the NFL is too important.
Right.
Well,
you got to really do something in the NFL to get suspended.
You got to do something off the field.
Like you got to do some PEDs or hook your wife.
Pull some moves
on camera.
In an elevator. Have people defend you.
I'm more worried about LeBron James picking that side and doing that thing rather than us playing bad and starting 0-3.
Because stuff like that, starts to.
That's going to pop up later in our season.
Exactly.
And now we got to deal with LeBron over here boo loving with his best friend, like they can't talk on the phone afterwards.
Aren't y'all just getting ready for next year anyway?
No, we're good. We can compete.
With who?
For that 8th seed.
Oh yeah,
no.
Lakers ain't beating Golden State.
Lakers would be 4th or 5th seed. They'll be 4th or 5th seed. They will be 4th or 5th seed, and they will go to the second round because they're going to beat whoever that 4th or 5th seed is, because they're going to play each other in the first round.
Not going to the finals though.
Going to the finals, that's going to be a tough task. It's going to be a very, very tough task.
We got a chance to compete for a top 3 seed in
top 3?
In the West.
You haven't beat anyone in the West yet.
All right, we're still. You just said 2 minutes ago how LeBron starts slow.
He does start slow. That's your only thing that you're looking up right now. Like, oh, LeBron does it every year. Like
Didn't
9
he say
and 8,
he was slowing down
like
too?
8 and 9. He is slowing down. So that 13 or 12th year LeBron is not the same as this 16th year LeBron. It's different.
How can you?
He's out there with the glitz and the glitz. See, that's why he should be in Cleveland.
And the shorts are a little short.
Because right now it ain't nothing to do in Cleveland. You either go to Harry Buffalo's. Or you go home. Harry Buffalo's is if people don't know, Harry Buffalo's like a sports bar out there. So it's like I don't know.
He's been to Cleveland.
First of all, I've been to Cleveland a bunch of times. I talk about I've been to the parade. I've been to Cleveland a number of times for a few games. I've been over there just to go over there. I've been over there for SneakerCon. You don't know what I do because you don't ever come. So let's not pretend like you know what I do.
There's no reason for me to ever to go to Cleveland.
The land.
What do you mean? Everybody.
Land,
we all went out. What? I think Dwayne, were you there? Dwayne was out there. Samar was out there. Jamil was out there.
That just means
we were all out there for SneakerCon. SneakerCon that
That
week.
just means 5 weirdos went to Cleveland.
Weirdos.
Damn.
See, this is why you don't have no real friends, yo. This is why. This is why when we do things, we don't call you. You say, "Damn, no one called me." You know why? Because we're just 5 weirdos that hang together.
And go to Cleveland.
Go to Cleveland.
Who hangs out in Cleveland?
Do you hang out in L.A.?
LeBron's from Cleveland.
LeBron hangs out in Cleveland.
And left.
He left because it's warm in L.A. And you see how he's playing? He's playing like he's up all night long.
That's not true at all.
Yeah, it is. Playing like a bum.
The boy had 26 in his first game. He had
LeBron just scored
24
26
last
in
night.
his sleep.
Where somebody say that LeBron don't care about those guys, some of them won't be around next year.
I agree. Whoever said that.
That was Buddy. That was Buddy.
Buddy said
Buddy is right. He don't care about them because they're not going to be around
LeBron's
next
not
year.
gonna play GM.
They may not make it to the trade deadline.
Brandon Ingram's the real deal.
When he ain't
Ingram
throwing
might be there.
Sucker punches.
There ain't no sucker punch,
Hey, he
man.
definitely threw a sucker
Man,
punch.
LeBron
He came
got
from nobody
Isaiah
was
Thomas
looking.
traded after 17 games.
He don't run our organization. We know how to run an organization in LA.
Weird.
You guys have been winning
What
like crazy.
organization you guys running that is so going so well?
Nobody
You look
has-
like the Raiders.
No, nobody has more championships than the Lakers.
You guys had
I
everybody
love that
since
argument.
it started.
It reminds me of the Cowboys.
It's a terrible argument.
No, don't say that.
It's a terrible argument.
He said it.
We won in the last 20 years.
No, he's raising the bar on this.
He is raising the bar a little bit.
In
on
2010.
you.
it's
Quiet, it's quietness.
Hey, I seen your post, man. That shit that
You know
had
what?
me laughing a little bit.
Which one?
The Tan Tebow, man.
That's
That
I'm
thing.
trademarking
That
man.
was some funny stuff, man. He called Dak Prescott the Tan
We got
Tebow.
Cooper now. We're good.
Speaking of Tan Tebow, do you feel the Cowboys gave up too much for Amari Cooper? Is he worth it?
No.
Hold on. I gotta hit our cameraman Dixon with the. I just gave him opinionated fact. There's nothing.
What did he say? What did he say?
Was it fact?
Hey, did my
opinionated fact.
man Tyson McFadden comment yet? He told he had a message for you.
What, for me?
Yeah.
Bring it.
He didn't comment yet? All right. Well, when he comments, you make sure you.
Hold on, I want to see what do you ding me for?
That was an opinionated fact I just gave you about the Lakers being a better franchise than the Cowboys. That's facts.
No, it's
both
opinionated
ain't shit
fact.
right now.
It's definitely opinionated.
That's not
fact.
true at all.
Right now, today, October. October
What y'all said?
23rd, I think. You got neither franchises are shit and aren't championship contenders. So live in the past if you want.
It's not.
It looks like we're heading there as Eagles fans too to start living in the past. We're not like living the past all you want to. Today, October 23rd, 2018, the Lakers ain't shit. The Cowboys ain't shit. And in the grand scheme of things,
Eagles ain't shit.
Are we back to
Eagles ain't shit. Yeah.
Amari Cooper though? I don't think anyone cares about Amari Cooper, honestly. Like, I think people that we're talking to probably don't even know who he is. Honestly.
What?
He's a West Coast guy.
he was the guy before Julio Jones.
Yeah. Let's talk about that. People know Julio Jones.
Oh, that's deep.
People don't know Amari.
Two Pro Bowl seasons.
He was a
It must
phenomenal
have been a down year
receiver
in the
at
AFC.
Alabama.
It must have been who
But
what was Carr like last year?
The last 2
What Carr do
years,
last year?
the
Plays
last
for the
2
Giants
years,
now.
the last 2 years, Amari has been a bum.
What's his quarterback been
I am
doing? He was hurt last year.
you're gonna be saying
Bum.
the same thing
Before
when
he
Dak
was
is
hurt.
throwing to him. Tan Tebow.
That man dropped some ball. No.
Oh no, he
Balls.
We're talking
Balls.
sports, man. We're talking
Balls.
sports.
He drops a lot of balls.
by the
Pause.
numbers, he drops the most.
Yes.
It was him and Dez are at the top of the list.
All right. So
you
it's
replace
just like signing back Dez.
good old times. But at the end of the day, like
The Eagles were trying to get him though.
Who?
So let's talk
second
about
round pick,
that.
though. Second round pick.
They were trying to get Cooper. They were trying to get
Second
Amari
round
Cooper.
I mean, we're gonna trade for any mediocre player. If he might be able to give us depth.
Oh, that's mediocre.
We can give us
You're not
depth.
giving
Why
him a
not?
first round pick for him though.
That's
No,
it.
no
That
one's
would
giving a
give
first
us-
round
Y'all were
pick.
giving
for
him a second round pick. That's why we went
Hey,
first
Yo,
round.
we would not give up
Okay.
a first round pick for that man.
Okay.
You know why?
You said second.
You know why?
Why?
Because he's a bum.
Oh boy.
I just told you that. I thought you were gonna know that. I was
But
gonna say
listen,
that.
Oh,
listen
no,
to
y'all
what
blew
it-
17 points.
Listen to what it does for the Eagles. If the Eagles would have got him, it would have gave us Amari Cooper on one side and Alshon Jeffries on the other. That's a little bit different.
That's true.
That makes
Alshon would still be number one. He's the alpha male in that group.
Alpha male.
Not to mention we have
No, I don't want to use that. I don't use that term.
We're gonna start using clutch.
I'm gonna start using that, yo. He's the alpha male in that group.
not to mention we got the other one, the fast one.
I don't know about
Aguilar?
Aguilar.
He forgot his name.
No, I don't know if Aguilar's that fast. He just look like he
It's
take
not
choppy
that he-
steps, short choppy steps.
Why don't they throw any routes to him that are not like past 1 yard?
Like slant,
Like,
yeah, slant.
Like it's a little 1 yard, and he has to do all the work. It's like I don't know.
I don't really know. I gotta be honest.
I'm
My son been
debating-
playing on Sundays. I haven't been to the Eagles game. I haven't saw an Eagles game.
I'm debating on
You're
when
not
I'm
missing
getting up at
nothing.
9 in the morning to watch him this week.
Oh, we got Eagles ain't shit.
Eagles will be on at
Whoa,
9:30 this
whoa,
week,
whoa, whoa,
just
whoa.
in case
That person-
anybody wants to
that
watch
person
them.
may be banned.
Kenesha Wright Carter, anybody know her?
I know. I don't know her. Nah, you gonna say that?
What happened? What she
She
said?
wrote Eagles ain't shit.
She's about to be banned. She's about to get the ban.
Yeah, banner. We don't need her view anyway.
She's about to ban.
Hey,
That's gonna be the ban signal for you.
are we off the Amari talk?
Did we give up too much for him? You saying
I mean,
Cowboys?
last time it worked out for you guys, right? Last time.
Does
you
anybody
Yeah, we got
understand?
T.O., right?
Roy Williams
Does anybody?
He's all right.
Does
He's
anybody
good for
understand what
us.
Gruden's
He's
doing?
just slow.
for first round.
Does anybody understand what Gruden's doing?
Yeah.
Destroying rebounds?
Does Gruden make it to Vegas?
He has 2 years.
has to.
2-year contract.
Exactly. So well, he has 10 years guaranteed.
Oh, 10. Oh.
It's guaranteed. So either or, if he gets fired before that, he's still
He might be
guaranteed
the
all that money.
only person making it to Vegas.
Does Gruden make it to Vegas?
No,
course
he's
he
pulling a
does.
Chip Kelly move.
No.
Cause yeah.
No.
What he's doing over in Oakland reminds me of what Chip did
He did.
in Philadelphia.
That is kind of
Three
true.
first round
Tony Dungy built the Buccaneers.
Khalil
man.
Mack?
Oh, no, I'm not. No,
Yeah,
Gruden
the
is the
one
most
that Gruden won
overrated.
with. Yeah.
But the only good thing about what's going on with the Raiders is they got 3 first-round picks now.
That they won't pay in 5 years. Like they'll
Yeah, but then they may be good in 4 and
Chip
3.
Kelly didn't get us
So their
3 first round picks.
No,
their quarterback plays for
Chip
the
Kelly
Giants
got his
now,
Kiko
right?
Alonso.
Derek Carr. He went to the
last
Giants,
long.
right?
You get traded.
I thought he
Who?
was going to Derek Carr. I thought he was getting traded to the
No,
Giants.
no.
No,
No,
not
no,
yet.
no.
Fake news.
Not fake news right now, but
Fake news.
I mean, I can imagine it happening,
He hasn't done anything.
and that'll get him another first-round pick. He'll have 4 first-round picks.
No, they could just
Well,
take
hopefully
the
he
whole
makes
first
it to
round.
Vegas.
Like the old Jimmy Johnson, right?
Probably. I
Jimmy
mean, they
G.
got a bunch of draft picks for Herschel Walker. I mean, there's always an idiot born every second, right?
I mean, that's
Shout out
a
to
lot.
Herschel Walker. He
Hold
was in
on,
Lancaster recently.
Khalil Mack's been.
He was in Lancaster recently.
Yeah.
He does something nowadays.
He's into that whole behavioral health, mental.
Yes, that's
institution
where he
type
was at,
thing.
the behavioral health
He's
hospital.
at the new behavioral health hospital, and I was invited to that, and I didn't go. I kind of regret it.
White Sox watching. You want to ask him why?
Huh?
White Sox watching.
Is White Sox watching?
He's watching.
That's my man. We were just together, you know. He's a good dude. But he owes me like 3 or 4 chicken dinners. Oh, anyway, shout out to all the chicken dinner winners that didn't come get their tickets. I had 8 tickets left over. I had to figure out what to do with 8 chicken dinners. So I appreciate everyone that stopped by or didn't stop by. The answer to the questions or shared our post for no reason, because
I know we still appreciate.
I
those
ended up
guys.
having 8 chicken dinners. But don't worry, you
Forget
fed
that,
you
yeah.
fed the elderly. I gave it to 8 elderly people. So
Shout out to that. Shout out to Red feeding the elderly.
What a nice guy.
Awesome.
I'm okay.
Awesome experience.
Next up on our
No,
podcast,
no. This is B-Way.
there's a brand that the B-Way wants to welcome home somebody. I don't even want to say his name because I don't condone nothing he ever did in life. But if someone wants to welcome him home,
Let it be
B-Way,
B-Way.
you can welcome him home.
I'm not gonna welcome. I mean, it's not a warm welcome. No, every welcome ain't warm. That's covered the bottom, right?
There's a cold welcome.
Hey,
Every welcome's not
that's a
warm.
quote. Make sure you get that on. That's a quote.
That's
If not, I ain't gonna welcome. I ain't a warm welcome. Not every welcome's warm.
But what I'm saying is that man did pay his debt to society, and Ray Carruth is now home. And I'll say his name. What do y'all think about Ray Carruth? Serving his 19 years for conspiracy to commit
If
murder.
anyone
against
has
his
ever
baby
seen that child, like they did a special one on ESPN.
Yes.
If you've seen that child and what he goes through every day, 19 years is not even close to being enough.
No,
And he looks just like his dad.
No disrespect.
and he wanted.
No, what? No, mad disrespect to that man.
mom. No disrespect.
I don't want to say no
He
disrespect.
just didn't want
No
to
disrespect to the
pay
child.
3,000?
But what that kid goes through and what he is suffering from,
Can you
19
explain-
years.
Explain the story to
It's
people who
not
may
enough.
not be familiar with it.
All right, Ray Carruth, former Carolina Panther wide receiver. He got a woman pregnant. I'm just gonna abbreviate a lot of the things because I don't want to, the story's kind of long, but we can shorten it up a little bit. Ray Carruth got a woman pregnant. He was scared about. I guess he feared paying child support, which a lot of men fear, I guess, but a lot of men don't hire a hitman to take her out into the middle of nowhere and shoot her in the head.
No, it wasn't.
Definitely.
Well, whatever.
No, to make him.
Come on,
see,
Make him what? We owe him some kind of fairness.
No. I said I'm going to make him more of a piece of shit.
Okay, all right, sorry.
Then you're making up. The story was Ray Carruth got her pregnant, didn't want to pay child support, hired his best friend to kill her.
Well,
took her out.
You want to call him a hitman?
Took her out on a date. They went to watch a movie or something. I don't know why they were in separate cars. So she's in a car behind him. He stops his car in front of her. Guy pulls up, shoots her.
On the side of the highway.
Right.
Yeah, so you send her a message.
Right.
That happened. That he was found guilty, court of law, and like you said, he did his time. I don't gotta respect it though.
Anyway, the baby survived.
James Evans said
he shot this girl in the head, but the baby she had in her stomach survived. So, I don't know how many people watched the special on that. The kid he's now a grown kid.
He has cerebral palsy.
Yes, he is in very bad shape as far as what he goes through on a daily basis. But
his grandmother raised him.
His grandmom raised him, her mom.
Mr. Carruth wanted to have a relationship with the kid.
Yeah, what do you guys feel about that?
Wrote a letter.
There is no way
in hell
he should ever be able to see that child in his life.
Like, he killed his mom, and he made his life a complete struggle. And the kid probably knows no better, and he probably he doesn't hate him because he doesn't know him, but like that kid's life is what it is because his dumb ass didn't want
because of his choices.
Exactly, none of his choices. Like his dad.
So that's one mistake he can't take back. He can't ever get repentance for.
I'm saying this man served his time. I'm not saying he should have custody of the kid, but what I'm saying is
go away.
I'm not thinking of Ray Carruth like Ray Carruth, the football player or the athlete or whatever. I'm thinking if he was a person that I knew in Lancaster or whatever.
Well, yeah, I'm not.
I would feel the same exact way. He shouldn't get any special treatment.
No, I'm not saying he should.
I don't feel like
that
ESPN
said, he served his time.
Like that he was free.
Like
he's a former athlete. There's a lot of former athletes that did stupid shit, and he should just fade into oblivion. And we should never hear that name again because it serves no purpose, man. It's just like he made a stupid decision. He's gonna deal with it because he's still a young guy, right? He's in his 40s.
Yeah, he's probably 40. Yeah,
he's in his 40s.
He had gray hair when he came out of there.
He probably got some CTE to deal with. I hope.
Maybe he was under CTE. Like we don't know the man and his medical record and things like that. What was another part of the story?
He didn't have no CTE. CTE just became a thing. You not hear that? I don't hear that. CTE just became a thing. You can't use CTE for everything. Dudes make messed up decisions, man. I'm tired of hearing about this CTE thing.
Well, I can't help that you're tired of hearing about it, but it's real.
He didn't have no CTE being in the league for 3 years.
Football always been played. So you think CTE is just
he just
found it?
First of all, ain't no CTE to play no part in this.
How do you know?
We're talking about we're just talking about a damn monster. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. We're talking about a guy that's just ruthless.
I think the part that was very interesting was he found
when he got found.
He got found.
He was hiding in the trunk in Nashville.
Somebody with CTE would do some shit like that.
In Nashville,
he
wasn't all there.
That's where you go though. Nashville.
He thought he was gonna get away with it. He'd go hide in his trunk.
Where would you go? Like,
and I want to go to Nashville.
I see you, Ray. Get out the trunk.
I'm going to Mexico. What do you mean I'm going to Mexico? I'm not going to
you don't have CTE.
This guy was in a trunk. This guy killed somebody. He's hiding in a trunk.
He was probably half retarded before he got his CTE.
He don't have CTE, man. He made a decision.
All I'm saying is that the man served his time. He's obviously not the same guy he was, hopefully, 19 years or 20 years after he committed the crime.
I just don't want to see this guy paraded around. I don't want to see some 2020 interview where he's crying and trying to ask for forgiveness.
It's coming.
I know it's coming.
You know why it's coming?
Sit down with Don.
You know why it's coming? Because you and I are going to watch it.
I will.
Because I want to, you know what I mean? Because we want to see what he's going to say.
And somebody's going to give him a bag to do it. Like, he's going to profit off of this.
No.
He's probably going to write a book.
I don't think he profits off of it. He may write a book, and he may profit off of that. I don't think he profits off of telling the story.
How else you
going to buy the book?
How else you going to get him?
We
watched OJ come out and give an interview on if I committed the murder or whatever and just told him that he did it. And he got paid for that interview.
Yo.
He's not doing it for free. You don't think nobody's going to pay Ray Carruth to come on TV right now and talk?
Number one,
OJ
let's not use OJ as some kind of example.
They're both murderers.
He's the stupidest person I ever met.
You never met him.
The guy got away with murder. It still serves 9 years for.
It
still
still
He got CTE.
still serves 9 years
He's
for trying to steal back his own shit.
He's a running back during the roughest period of football.
I am done with OJ, yo.
It's his stuff.
But I would love to have him on the show because he's going to tell you shit that you shouldn't. He shouldn't tell anybody, but he's going to tell you. I would love to have him on here.
Juice.
Big shout out to Juice. He's in Vegas somewhere. Next time we go to Vegas, we should try to look him up, try to find him.
Yeah, just don't take his memorabilia.
Yeah, don't take anything that belongs to that guy, and don't take his girlfriend or wife.
Hey, if anyone is in need of credit repair, building business credit, business loans, counseling, contact Credit Lab here in Lancaster, PA. You can contact them for a free consultation. The website is www.creditlab.com. The Facebook page is Credit Lab, and the number is 509. Oh, let me start that number again. It's 717-509-8899. And you get $50 off for any mention of Opinionated Facts Podcast. So, moving forward. Let's go with Sit Down and Be Humble, Red. Let me get the drop. See if I have it ready now. We got technical difficulties last week.
It been a day for me.
Hey, yeah. Anyway, who do we think
It's a
is
little
getting?
bit long. It's the whole verse. Playing the whole verse.
Turn it down, buddy. Turn it down.
Got the whole verse going. I mean, the whole importance of putting that on is just to hear this. Sit down.
Well, when you announce
Be
it, it's going
humble.
to be to sit down and be humble,
Sit
man.
down.
You got to be patient.
Be up. All right, whatever. Last week, who I give it to?
Eric Reid.
Eric Reid,
No,
right?
man.
No, listen to me. Listen to
I
me.
thought you gave it to
Listen
the
to
cop.
me. Huh?
I thought you gave it to the cop.
I gave it to the Nike, making the people wear the NFL Nike.
The
I mean, they
Nike-
made them wear the Nike shirts and their mug shots. So 2 weeks ago, I gave it to Eric Reid. I got a lot of. Can you turn that shit down?
You all right over there?
You want to pause that?
I don't know.
You don't know what's going on.
It's still playing.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. Can y'all hear me? I don't know. It don't matter. He just won't stop the music.
Oh, I thought you wanted me to stop the other sound, not the music. I apologize.
Anyway,
Either or.
2 weeks ago, I gave the Sit Down and Be Humble award to Eric Reid, and I got a lot of people like, "Why would you do that?" You know, text messages. Why would you do that? You know why?
Yes.
You know why?
Yes, you made it.
Because he's the Uncle Tom.
Eric
And
Reid, the Uncle
and
Tom?
and the fact that
Oh my God!
the fact
might
that
be
no,
the-
whoa, no, let's
did.
stop. Let's stop. Let me finish, and then you could say whatever you want.
Okay, you're right.
You didn't agree with it at that time.
I don't agree with it
No,
now. Either.
and you didn't at that time. You didn't agree with it. Jack didn't agree with it. B-Way didn't agree with it at that time. And you know, I think now it's time that Eric Reid gets the Sit Down and Be Humble award and deserves it
He made it
for what happened on Sunday. And Jack, you want to explain what happened on Sunday? I'm all for it.
Well, this is before. Well, Sunday was the culmination of it. What happened before that is Malcolm Jenkins, who's the head of the Players Coalition. One of the head of the Players Coalition.
One of the head of the player
Decided to
coalition,
go
and
to
he's
the
the
table.
safety for the Philadelphia Eagles. I want to get that out there so
Decided
people
to
don't know.
go to the table and actually come up with a solution instead of
But
always.
there was no solution.
First, stop it.
There wa-
Stop. You always want to defend these people. It's time.
Yeah,
It's time to
Eric
stop.
Reid didn't do that wrong.
No, it's time to stop.
Let it go.
I've been
Let
telling
it
you.
out.
I said he didn't need to raise his fist no more because he did his job. He brought awareness to things, and
That's
this
not
is
his
another
job.
person.
There's still
Jenkins is
injustice
another
going
person
on.
that has
100
brought
million.
awareness and got $100 million for bringing that awareness.
Is that a start? Or is that not a start? Then?
Yeah.
That's at the end, but
Is Kaepernick back in the league?
Stop.
Did I miss
Stop. He's a
something?
bum.
No,
Let's not
no.
talk. Go ahead.
That's not-
Finish the story. I want to get out here.
Malcolm Jenkins.
Kaepernick's a bum now.
I can't think. No, Kaepernick's not. Malcolm Jenkins. I can't think of other players off the top of my head that went to the table and actually decided, hey, $100 million behind.
Ryan Dawkins was with
The players of
people
the
too.
coalition.
Well, but it's certain players. I just
Right,
can't think of their names
right.
right now. They decided that $100 million was a start, and we're going to put it behind projects in the community that we feel need addressed.
Right.
Eric Reid felt that wasn't beneficial to what he wanted to do.
And he
So
probably did
Eric
more.
Reid decided to call Malcolm Jenkins a sellout.
Hey, real quick. I'm sorry. I mean interrupt. But we got the real B-Way right now commenting.
Wow.
Oh, lame.
Wow.
Some of the real B-Way.
Lame.
There's only one.
I respect it. I want to know what he
you
said.
wanna come
Well,
on and do the podcast?
actually, wait till we finish and we'll read his comment. Don't forget his comment. Go ahead.
So, not Eric Reid decided to put on a show before the opening kickoff and act like he was going to fight Malcolm Jenkins when we knew that wasn't going to happen. And after the game, the Panthers won. I don't feel like Eric Reid, whether they would have won or lost, he's going to say what he's going to say. Call him a sellout.
Right.
He brought up neo-colonialism, which was a head scratcher for me. Because when you look up neo-colonialism in the dictionary, you're the college-educated one here. What does that mean?
It means Reid has CTE. That's what we're blaming
It means when a government or tries to enforce their will on the people.
Yeah, no way of thinking.
Their way of thinking. So where does that coincide with Malcolm Jenkins?
Because he took the hush money.
It's not hush money. It's helping.
See, and you're so disrespectful for saying that.
It's helping the community. Okay, we can see that.
I wish I could find out if this person, Kim Hicks, was watching, because she gave me so much flack for giving him the award 2 weeks ago. Told me to go home. Well, I'm staying here today. Because he deserves the award. And he's going to get it. He gets it. He's the only person. I think I gave it to him and Kanye twice now. And it sucks. Because I wish I didn't give it to Kanye twice. Just so I could give it to he could be the only person I ever gave it to twice. That's how bad this guy is.
Kanye
This guy is no good, yo.
It's wrong that you give it to him twice. He shouldn't have got
Reid,
it once.
I don't even know. I don't think Reid knows why he's been nailing all this time. I don't think he knows. I think he's seen Cap do it. And Cap explained it to him, and he took a knee just to take a knee.
I feel like Kaepernick.
Because this guy don't fight for. This guy ain't fighting for anything. This guy ain't fighting for nothing. He don't even know what he's fighting for anymore.
Reid or Kaepernick?
Reid. Reid don't know.
Do you feel like Jenkins and Reid aren't fighting the same fight? If you don't come to the table with solutions, like, what are you really doing? You're just going to keep what, like, the NFL is trying to work with you.
There are no solutions until the guy who started this is back in the league and not blackballed.
This ain't about him being in the league, yo. This was about the injustices in America.
Yes.
This ain't about him not being in the league.
You're absolutely right.
You make an argument, this guy needs to be in the league. But this shit ain't about him being in the league.
But listen, so what if they silence Dr. King with the same message?
Dude, you talking like her.
They killed
like
him.
who?
What are you talking about?
What if they silence?
Same thing this girl Kim Hicks said.
What if everybody banned Dr. King and he couldn't give his
message? Banned him from what?
Speaking.
Cap ain't silenced. He just ain't in the NFL. Yeah. He can say what he wants and go wherever he wants and say it. So he can give whatever speeches he wants. Y'all talking like he's been banned from life.
No,
the dude's still around. He got a Nike deal.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
What do you guys? So he's not banned from the entire world. He's not banned from the NFL. He just sucks.
Do you understand what happens? Like, this guy lost his job.
He lost his job because he wasn't good at it.
No. Trent Dilfer, a Hall of Fame quarterback.
No, he's a bum.
He did the same thing Colin Kaepernick did, except he won. So his team won.
Listen, Colin Kaepernick just is not very good in football.
No.
Anymore.
That's not true.
But we're all fine with what he's doing.
You're saying he's not very good. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the league that's not very good. So why is this one not signed?
What do you want from your backup quarterback? If you own the team, what do you want from your backup quarterback?
To be ready to play.
Silence.
That's what I'm talking about.
No baggage.
What you want from
No.
What you want, just like
your backup quarterback to be more famous than your starter.
And just like when Tiger got caught cheating, what happened? Yes, Kim Hicks is watching. Good. When Tiger Woods got caught cheating, and then his caddy was all around saying when he got fired, when Tiger Woods fired his caddy, someone's got to be the fall guy. What did he say? And Tiger Woods' ex-caddy, something Williams, was going off about everything. Oh, like trying to find someone to blame, yada yada. Caddies are supposed to be seen but not heard, just like backup quarterbacks. Supposed to be seen but not seen.
He's a good little worker here.
No, because he's a bum. What I'm saying is, off the field, he can take whatever fights he wants to take.
He's bringing his
he can take whatever fights he wants to take.
He's wrong. He's wrong.
Just like the Nike commercial, he can do whatever he wants. He's not silenced from this world. He's just silenced from taking a knee on the field.
He can't do what he wants to do most.
No, you're crippling this guy, man. You're crippling him, thinking, the fight ain't over till he's back in the league. He didn't do this shit to be in the league.
He didn't do what to be in the league.
He didn't take a knee to remain in the NFL.
No, but he shouldn't have got kicked out of it.
He brought attention to the things he wanted to bring attention to.
And he got crucified for it. And his job taken away.
Because some people don't agree with it. That's what happens when some people don't agree. You get crucified from those people.
And those people took his job from him.
We got Cap is good enough to.
Cap was not good enough to be in the league.
Oh my God! Now he wasn't good enough to be. He took his team to the Super Bowl.
He's great for life.
2 years before he got thrown out.
He's great for the black community. He's great for the community itself. Not even the black community. He's great for the community itself.
You know what it is?
Because he's good for the world. He wants everybody to be treated equal, which is a great thing.
Is that a reality?
What?
It's not.
It's not reality for everyone.
Well, no, I think the idea of Kaepernick is better than the reality of Kaepernick.
The ideal Kaepernick is better than the football player Kaepernick.
No, because the idea of Kaepernick is, take a knee. We're fighting this. We're oppressed here. I can't respect this flag because of what it represents. He's the same guy that put on the Fidel Castro shirt. So is Fidel Castro somebody to get behind?
I got a question for you. So, should coaches that disagree, for both of you actually, you both answer this question. For coaches that disagree with players taking a knee, say on any level, high school, college, because I know, not to put our head coach out there that I coach with, but he doesn't agree with players taking a knee. He don't want it to be going on our team. Should those guys leave the team because he disagrees with it?
Yeah, if they stood and if then they have every right to leave the team because of how they feel. Yes. I answered your question. You wasn't ready for yes?
I'm waiting for my other answer.
Oh, come back.
No, I'm good with it.
You're good with no one taking a knee at all if your coach disagrees with it? Or are you...
your coach is your leader. And if you...
I'm glad someone got some sense on this podcast today.
When you're a player, you got to do what your coach says. Whether you like it or not.
I'm sorry.
At a college level, but at the pro level, these coaches are only there. They're there, but they can't control what you do as a man. Right. So that's why you see it. You don't see it at the college level because these are kids, and you get that scholarship taken away if you don't do it.
Look, I gave Eric Reid that shit 2 weeks ago. He deserved it then. He deserves it now. And he just made my point even stronger now. And I'm glad he did it because it turned out great for me. Because I felt like, okay, maybe I was wrong.
Don't make this about you.
I know. But y'all made me feel like I was wrong for that. Like I went home maybe I was wrong for that. But I was right.
You know what my problem was? I was stuck on the idea of Eric Reid instead of the reality.
No, you guys just diehard Eagles fans.
No, it wasn't about the Eagles. It wasn't about the Eagles. It was the dumb excuse he gave after the game was over. Why?
I like the fact that how he was playing. He was out there headhunting, missing tackles. I liked it.
He called the pick, too.
They overruled it.
Hey, can you give us what the real B-Way said? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Real B-Way said, he said a bunch of stuff now.
Well, like his last comment, he said, dude is a Giant fan, so if a player doesn't agree, they should get banned from football. Doesn't make sense. It's like you're on a podcast voicing your thoughts and your job doesn't agree and fires you from it.
What's he talking about?
He's using us as an example. Like if we got fired from our job,
you shouldn't be fired
for what we say on
here.
He wasn't fired.
He just wasn't.
He wasn't picked up. He's the one that opted out of his own contract.
Yes.
If it wasn't about the money,
people do your research. This guy opted out of his own contract. He was going to make $16 million that year.
Coming off a bad year.
So let's be clear. The guy was below average quarterback. He opted out of his contract thinking, which is a dumbass thought when you're bad, thinking somebody will sign me, someone will pick me up. No, not when you're as bad as you are. No one's picking you up. So what happened was he didn't get re-signed. He didn't get released. He didn't get cut. He opted out of his own deal.
He wasn't.
Bums don't do that.
Oh, my God.
They don't do that.
They don't. They'll rather sit on the bench and collect that check.
I was sad. I would have like, damn, I had like 600 yards passing this year.
Let me go chill.
2 touchdowns, 14 picks.
You've been to a Super Bowl though.
Yo, he's been. You cannot live off of that all the rest of your life.
What's Eli Manning doing?
Yo,
Eli Manning, what's he doing? He's been a bum for how long? But he's still been a bum for how long?
Is Kaepernick going to the Hall of Fame? Let's be honest.
No.
Not a chance. Not a chance he's going into the He's not going to the Hall of Fame.
League, so he can't try.
He had his chance.
Kurt Warner. He was how old when he came out of grocery bag retirement?
You guys are unbelievable. And Kurt Warner did what?
Won a Super Bowl or two?
How many?
He won 1 or 2.
One.
Yeah.
He almost won that second one.
He almost won this.
But he won one.
Second one.
And he might have got MVP that year.
Yo.
What, Arizona?
Marshall Falk got it, didn't he?
So we're comparing Kaepernick to Kurt Warner?
Oh, he got it.
That's what we're doing?
No, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the league. He's better.
No, this guy just said he got fired. Whoever that was. He didn't get fired.
No.
Okay.
He fired himself. He went to work and said, you know what, I'm out.
You get loud again.
I don't want this $16 million, I'm
You
going.
get loud again. I don't like it.
Sorry, I apologize. We're getting mad at this because we talk about this. I feel like we talk about this every week.
Because they act like the idea
some of
of
this stuff.
Kaepernick, the idea of Kaepernick.
You started
is
this
better than
conversation
reality.
when you gave this guy
I get Eric Reid.
sit down and be home.
I
Eric
love,
Reid.
first of all, I want to be clear about something. I love what Kaepernick did.
But
When
it
he
doesn't
def-
make him a better football player.
Exactly. I love what he did off the field, even on the field when he started to take the knee. I love what he did off the field. I love what he does as a person in this world, especially when we're filled with so much freaking hate and all that. He does what he's supposed to do as a person in his personal time. I'm talking about as a football player.
That's like using Wentz as an example. Great guy.
On the field,
On
he's
camera.
not good as a football player.
Right. Look, using Wentz as an example.
You said he's not good as a football player.
He's not good.
Okay.
He's not.
All right.
He's
All
just
right.
not.
All right.
I'm sorry, but he's not.
Glad we got that out the way. You heard him say Wentz isn't good as a football player.
No. Kaepernick.
I was about
Not
to use
Wentz.
Wentz as an example. Like you use Wentz as an example.
Oh, never Wentz. Don't do
Okay, I
that.
thought he was talking
Don't
about
do
Wentz.
that.
I just want to clarify.
Bible token Christian. You know, the idea of Wentz is he's this great guy.
He's definitely,
And
he's definitely
he
Trump.
portrays himself, whatever he is. But if the performance on the field starts to become average, because he's not average, he's a great quarterback. If it starts to become average, you forget all that other shit. And it's like you just judge him for what he is on the field. Same way you have to do with Kaepernick, but people don't want to do that. They want to elevate what he is on the field. You would not want a mediocre quarterback. Nobody wants mediocre. Like everybody fighting for Kaepernick. Do we want him in Philly over Wentz?
No. First of all, I don't want him in Philly over Foles. He's
Well,
my backup.
no, I'm just using that as an example. Everybody you love the idea of Kaepernick. You can name these teams where they have shitty quarterbacks
I'm about
like
to say, 'cause
Jacksonville,
Jacksonville would want him over
Dallas. Like I feel
No.
Oh, we
No.
need Dallas.
No,
He's
you
starting
don't.
over Dak.
Jack-
he's not.
He ain't starting over. Come on now. That's a little slap in the face.
No.
He could be anybody's backup. He could be anybody's third string, the ones that keep third string quarterbacks. You
Nobody
guys are saying that
judges.
he's not good enough to have a job in the NFL, and that's not true.
I think the idea, like I said, the idea, and if you the struggle of signing somebody like Kaepernick, nobody wants a celebrity.
Question was
backup.
Michael Sam's good enough to play in the NFL?
I thought he was.
Was he?
I couldn't tell you. He only played like a what?
Was he good? Well, I'm just saying.
He
You
held
think
his own.
he won SEC Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, but he played for like.
And then,
what?
he kissed, then he kissed his
Did
boyfriend, and it was a problem.
What did he do?
Yeah,
What was he going to do when the Rams drafted him? What happened? He drew a lot of media attention.
That was the Cowboys. Joe.
And if you're going to draw a lot of media attention like Beckham does, Odell Beckham does it in New
They were
York,
on trying to
draws a
get
lot
him
of
from the
media
Rams.
attention,
He was from
you got to be
Rams.
worth that problem.
Exactly.
You got to be worth the problem.
Exactly. You get an
For
A
us
for,
to
you get
do
an A
this.
for the day, man.
And listen,
How did you have
This was back in the day.
So-
You get a sticker.
what? So what?
You get to pick your own sticker for the day, man.
Hey,
You're bringing it. You're bringing
Michael Sam's, and for those who don't know, he was the first openly gay NFL player or male athlete. I'm not sure if he's a male athlete, but first openly gay NFL player. He got drafted by the Rams. They had the cameras at his house. He was with his boyfriend, and they were kissing and stuff, and it was a lot for
championing for
people. It was a lot for people that
it. Right.
aren't in that community or don't support that
He
community,
just
whatever.
disappeared.
What happened was he got cut,
definitely
but he
did.
drew a lot of attention from everybody, from the media, and it was just a lot. So you got to be worth that problem. You got to be worth your locker room being filled.
So-
You got to be worth being asked, how do you feel about this person in the locker room, whatever. You got to be worth that problem.
So
And
Michael
he
Sam's
wasn't
the
good
D-League.
enough to be
He's
worth
the
that
D-League.
problem, just like Kaepernick
If
taking the
NFL had
knee,
it.
just like Kaepernick taking the knee every day or every game. He's, in my opinion, he's not worth the problem.
So why? First of all, to backtrack to your man with my Sam. Sam was his
Michael
name, right?
Sam's.
Michael Sam.
That's not right. Like let's not
You be
glorify.
asshole saying like I said I was right. Like this is right. I don't
What's
think it's
not
right.
Whoa.
It's
What's
not.
right.
It's not right for him to be treated. He shouldn't have to
Oh.
go above and beyond because of his sexuality.
First of
Like that's not okay.
Yo.
So let's not act like it's okay. You're
Nobody
acting like
champ- nobody
you're acting
champ-
like
I said to
this
you.
is how it has to be.
B, if
That's
you're a
wrong.
bad employee, like you're a bad teacher, if you're a terrible teacher at work,
Yes.
in order for me to keep you, you gotta be worth that problem. Like if I'm not gonna fire this guy, he's not worth this.
He's a great
He's
football
not worth
coach.
me as a principal going through this. But if you vibe with the kids and you know how to control your kids and you do well with all the students around you, I'm like, he does all these things well. That he might be worth keeping.
It's like a good Lifetime movie.
It does.
I don't, like,
We're gonna put it on Lifetime.
Yes, sir.
what you're saying is you're not holding people accountable, man. The NFL is wrong for how it treated Michael Sam, and it's wrong for how it treated.
First of all, the NFL didn't treat Michael Sams like anything. There was one team that drafted him, and there was one team that cut him.
Yeah, why?
So blame the team. Don't blame the whole NFL. You're blaming the entire
Did anybody else
NFL.
sign him?
He's a bum.
He's a bum too.
No, that's what I'm
Everybody knows he's a
saying.
bum.
You cannot keep keeping these mediocre guys just because they stand for something.
Why do you
He
think-
came out and he stood for the gay community, just like Kaepernick came out and he stood up for the injustices. You can't keep them on the field just because when they're mediocre players, when they're not good.
So there's no mediocre players in the NFL.
Well, the
If you're
field.
mediocre, so what
First
you
of
telling
all,
me? No,
the
listen,
NFL is
listen.
filled.
So
The
what
you
NFL is
telling
filled.
me?
No, I'm going to tell you. The NFL is filled with mediocre players that don't draw any attention to themselves.
Like they just clock in, clock out.
Alshon Jeffrey.
All right, so what you're telling me is,
Whoa.
Disrespectful.
so what you're telling me is, if I'm mediocre, I gotta sit down and be humble.
Yes.
And that's a joke.
Well,
That's terrible. No,
It is.
no,
It
I'm
is what it
speaking
is.
my mind and
You
be
can
whoever
speak your
I am.
mind.
No, you can't.
But speak your mind outside of outside the field.
Yeah.
Because you know what's going to happen?
You
You
better
ain't going to be
go
on the
outside that
field. First of all, if you're mediocre, you're not on the field anyway.
fence.
The last thing I want is a guy in my locker room that draws all this attention to himself. And you know what? You don't even fucking play.
Y'all make us talk to the media. Like, we don't have a choice.
We don't make the mediocre ones talk to them. They only ask for the good ones.
Yeah, and they
You only
find
talk
you.
to the media. Look, first of all,
So they're
the
not asking.
mediocre players only get time on the camera and when they do shit they shouldn't do.
It's not true.
It is true.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is.
What?
Michael Sanders could have had a great
Look.
game.
I walk in any locker room. I'm not interviewing nobody that's mediocre.
Yeah,
You just didn't
hold on,
play.
hold on, you're not
But I got
interviewing-
all the cameras
So
around
you're not
you.
interviewing Michael Sanders.
You're not
in the locker room
interviewing the
anyway.
Dallas long snapper until he does what he did on Sunday.
Oh, deep.
But he's
Yes.
Steve,
why
Okay.
are you interviewing him? You're not interviewing him until he fucks off.
You want to know why he did what he
But
did?
them cameras are running over Kaepernick.
Yeah,
the cameras
because
are
they
running
didn't
over
call it
Michael Sam.
before.
Them guys are running over there for
Exactly.
them.
So you want to blame someone? Don't blame the NFL. Blame the media.
Oh, no. I'm
not
not
blaming
blaming the
the ref.
media. The media's doing their job. That's what
Yeah,
they
it's their
want.
job to find a story, no matter what it's gonna, how it's going to affect anybody else.
That's their
Their
job.
job is to find a story.
That's their
So
job.
what they did, they found a story, but you know what it did? Got that man fired. But he didn't get fired. You know what? He left on his own. Right? Kaepernick left on his own. Nobody wants to talk about the fact that this man walked out of the NFL.
He did not walk out. He was expecting another team to sign
He's a
him.
bum.
And he's
Why would you expect people to sign a bum?
why is it going to trial?
I don't mean a bum like in life.
Oh, but why is it going
So
to
when
trial?
I say bum, I mean a bum as a football
everything-
That's a
player.
strong word, man.
If everything
I
is
know
on the-
it is.
it's-
And I
if-
apologize for
if-
using it so loosely with Kaepernick because at one point he was a good quarterback, but he wasn't anymore.
If everything is on the up and up with the NFL, why are they gonna give him money? Because he's going to win this.
Whoa, whoa.
when
Don't
when he
get
sues
out- don't get out of yourself.
You don't think he's going to win?
The NFL got lawyers, man. They can make some dirt pop up.
They
on
got
Kaepernick
every
real
lawyer.
quick.
Why do you think Jerry Jones stopped beefing? Zeke just
Exactly.
took that
They
on the
pull up
chin.
some shit that you didn't even know existed. In the NFL, they own the day of the week, man. It's like that one
few.
movie. Like one movie that Will Smith was in. I can't think of the name. They said they own
Concussion.
the day of the week. Yeah, they own the day of the week.
It's not concussion, man.
The name of the movie is called Concussion, and you can Google it right now.
He had the African accent and all that.
I don't think it's called
I never
concussion.
watched it. Man.
All right, how we gonna- let's bet. No, let's bet.
No, we're not betting. You still owe me $5 for Kiki.
No, Kiki's supposed to get. I need my money. I need my money today, actually.
But anyway, like I said, let's not get too carried away because something might pop up with Kaepernick. Because the NFL, man, they'll find ways. Like, does it look good in this collusion case? Yeah, but at the end of the day, he serves a better purpose off the field than throwing, interceptions on the field. So
And I like to be clear because I know people see this and they're like, maybe they don't understand it or why did he say this about Kaepernick. I'm not talking about Kaepernick, the person, like outside of football. My only issue with Kaepernick is on the field. He wasn't very good.
he's a product of the system.
And
he needs a system built around
He
him.
opted
Good
out.
quarterbacks don't
He
need
opted
that.
out of his own deal.
You agree? Do good quarterbacks need a system built around them to be successful?
Yes.
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 You,
I think Derek Carr's experiencing that right now.
No, Derek Carr is not very good.
Oh, my God. He's not
Not
good
at
either.
all.
When he had it, when he had a
looks
system,
gun shy. He looks gun shy out there. I don't
It's been
think
2 years.
He looked like a deer in the head. He had the deer in the
broke his
headlights look.
leg.
When I
He
see
broke-
him, I think deer in the headlights.
He cry on the field.
when he had the system around him,
Yeah.
what was he?
What do you mean? What was it?
Before he broke his leg, he's gun shy now. He doesn't look like the same player.
He's feeding Amari Cooper for 2 Pro Bowl seasons.
Exactly.
Well, when he was healthy and fully ready to go with a good team around him, he was MVP contender. Now all of a sudden he has what?
A broken leg will do that to you when you're gun shy and you're not staying in.
How's
there.
a broken leg
recover,
gonna affect-
man.
He
But
wasn't a runner.
It's not
Some
about
people
being a
never
runner. Like
recover.
he was taking that hit. He was taking that extra second to get that pass off. Now he looks gun shy. A little bit of Raiders game that I watched, you don't look at the same quarterback. He looks a lot more confident.
B, yo,
good quarterbacks.
I don't know if you be serious sometimes or you literally just like defending everything that is not good.
Speaking of, I've been wanting to get into this topic.
Okay.
The G League.
Let's get in the D League.
The G League.
Oh, Kiki, where you at?
Kiki, man, I wish Jenna or Kiki was here, man, because this
Jenna
would be
watching.
a
Jenna
topic.
Fowler watching right now.
Jenna, you
Explain this story, Jack.
All right, G League. Let me pull up my notes here. G League.
This is stupid too. I can't
It's
believe we're talking
looking-
about this again.
No. This happened last week.
I watched
after-
way more G League games than I did at WNBA games.
Okay.
I'm just
G-League,
throwing it out
G-League,
there.
G-League.
They make a
They're
lot of
look-
revenue.
They want to provide a path
playing high school
to the draft for elite who they deem elite athletes. So and this rule won't take effect until 2022. Well, no, actually, my bad. 2019, they're looking to put the rule into effect for people that they deem worthy of it, and they want to pay them $125,000 and give them a year in the G League to prepare for the NBA. B-Way here automatically starts the argument for the WNBA.
I didn't start it. I mean, the argument came up, and they have a valid point. I guarantee you the WNBA makes more than the, what's it called? A League, B League, G League now?
G League, man. They're going to use it as a minor league. The same way.
What's G stand for? Gatorade? Trying to get a
Yeah,
sponsor?
that's another bag.
They need something.
Hey, man.
WNBA, they need to be called the
WNBA?
All Sport
The
WNBA.
Powerade.
I said All
League.
Sport. All Sport dates me.
All Sport.
Yeah.
I never even heard of All Sport.
Nah, all sports from back in the day.
You
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
from back when
That's like
from
some
back when
powder
we were
shit,
in
or-
Hold on, we got-
Wheeling and Reynolds.
We got G League copy LeVar Ball JBA.
I was about to say that he is a pioneer with that, but he didn't have the money to make that happen that way. But
That and the fact that they're trying to
This
compete with
isn't-
these sneaker companies too that are stealing these kids
well,
and
not
giving
stealing.
them money.
Not stealing. That one.
Well-
I can't find the freaking article.
He signed with New Balance.
Darius Baisley.
He signed with
Yes.
New Balance,
He
right?
decided to take a year off, and he took an internship with New Balance, and he get paid up until the deal could turn out to be $14 million. The details didn't fully come out, but everybody was saying he was an idiot for not. I think he was committed to Syracuse, and he backed out, and he decided that wasn't for him. But back to the G League.
People think these guys back out though. Like some of these guys, it's more important. They have to get money right then and there. Like they have to be able to help their family out.
Right.
So people think, oh, he's an idiot for taking this deal and getting whatever money he can get at the time. But when you struggle, say he's 19 years old, or whatever, because he's fresh out of college, right? He's fresh out of high school, so he's 18 years old. You're 18 years old. You've been seeing your family struggle and struggle and struggle, and somebody offers you an amount of money that you've never seen to not go to college and do this. There's a good chance that to go to college, you're going to college, you can't take any money.
That's the thing.
You have to do what you do to have to take care of your family. So he's going to take this money and he's going to take care of his family until he is able to go to the NBA and make more money.
Not every high school player is going to have this opportunity.
Exactly.
So there's going to be a process that they deem that you're some elite potential next Kobe, next LeBron that didn't need to go to high school. I don't know how they're going to deem that, how they're going to go about it, but it's not just, hey, I don't want to go to college, give me $125,000. That's the way they're not playing it like that.
When you do,
it's about time that they use the D League, G League, whatever as a minor league.
Exactly.
Because baseball has been doing it forever. You pay these guys off potential.
It's unfair to tell these kids like you have to go to college. If you're good enough to make the jump, I mean, it could work out like Sebastian Talafair. But if you are good enough to make the jump, Sebastian was the real deal.
But
in high school.
He also got a lot of money, so it worked out for him.
It worked out for him for a certain period of time. But it's good to see these guys be able to go somewhere other than college. You can't take any money from anybody in college. This would solve a lot of the NCAA problems.
No, I agree with the rule. I'm not saying that. Like, I love the rule. I love the fact that they're giving these high school kids the ability to, make money right away off their talents. But what I'm saying is, if they can back that, they can back the female game too.
They're only backing it because you're paying these guys off potential. And this kid who you're giving 105.
No, but if there wasn't the JBA, and if there wasn't these sneaker contracts, people messing up the current system, then they wouldn't have done it. So this is a reactive state. I don't know what the girls got to do to try to make more money, but this is like a smack in the face to them.
I don't really think it is. There's no potential with the WNBA player.
There is. If we promote it right.
You sign Amaya Moore. She is what she is, and she's worth what she's worth. There's no next level with any WNBA player.
What do you mean next level? I watched The Shop the other day. I love seeing Deladon on there. Like, it was great.
She deserve $1 million just for being on there? What?
I hope she got some money. I hope LeBron gave her a couple. All I'm saying
is that you're paying.
I hope she had to do it for free.
Me too.
I'm just gonna look at him, man. Just look at him, man. That's just disgusting.
What's disgusting? Explain.
The reality of life is disgusting to be like.
You just said that you hope she did it for free because she's a female.
Yeah, if you had a freaking show, I would do it for free.
They're not friends. Why do you think they're friends? You think that they're just because they both play basketball, like they're cool?
No, but she
clearly
clearly thinks because she works just as hard as him, she's having a contract like him.
Yes.
Okay.
Or not like him, but more.
More what?
So WNBA players shouldn't get more than a high school player trying to make the league?
Like, yeah.
They know what he's going to bring.
Oh, my God.
First of all,
you never know. You never know.
How many times have you watched the G League?
I
watched a lot because you text me all the time and you say, "Oh, I'm watching this guy. He's a real deal."
No, I never watched the G League.
Lies.
I never seen anybody with the real deal. The only time I ever watched the G League is when Lamar Patterson was playing in it, dominating, putting up 40 a night.
You watched about 5 or 6 or 7 of those games recently, in the last year.
Well, Lamar played in 2
How many WNBA games have you watched in the last year?
I didn't watch no G League games.
How many WNBA games have you watched in the last year?
It's countable.
How many?
What does that mean? Countable.
From start to finish.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're countable.
From start to finish.
Count anything. You count up to 100.
From start to finish, how many second halves of WNBA games have you watched?
A lot.
You're a liar, and you lie.
I ain't gonna call me a liar. Why you asking
how
me a
many
question?
WNBA? You haven't answered the question
It's
yet.
a trap.
I said a lot.
How many WNBA games have you watched?
It's not countable.
How many? 1?
I just said it's not
None?
countable.
You can't count it.
No,
too many times.
It's not like I'm going to stop and say, okay, let me write this down. I'm watching the WNBA
So you haven't
game.
watched any then?
No. I said I watched multiple.
You got his Washington Mystic shirt right on.
Yeah, he still got
Shout out
his Rebecca Lobo jersey.
B-Way hasn't watched any WNBA games this entire year.
He's not a good liar.
Regardless of if I watch it or not, they need to be paid more.
Watch
You
the
gotta watch what you
WNBA.
can, man.
How can they get paid more, B, if you're not watching?
Your rating matters.
What are you talking about me?
If you're not watching, how can they get paid more?
Who am I? Why am I the
Your
end all
rating.
be
You
all
know what?
everybody?
That's why I'll never get paid. Everyone thinks like you. Well, why do I gotta watch it? Nobody else. Why do I gotta be the one?
You're saying I don't watch it.
You don't.
I'm saying I watch it.
When?
Accountable?
What do you mean when? The
When?
season was over now.
When? Exactly. You didn't even know what ended.
What are you? Come on, man. Yeah, I did.
Well,
First
you
and
watched
second
championship?
of all, so now you
watched championship?
You want me to write down the
You
date?
watch championship?
No.
We got WNBA be balling, man. They play defense. At least the real B-Way has watched.
Shout out to the real B-Way, the fake B-Way.
Or whoever.
Anyway, like I'm saying, you're answering questions. You're asking questions with no specific answer. Like you want me to write down the date and the time and say, hey, I was watching it during this time and this date.
So next time you watch a WNBA game, make sure to tell us on that podcast.
I'll put it on the group chat next
Probably
time
won't
I
even
watch.
know when their season starts.
Quan vouching for him. Quan Lee vouching for him.
Vouching for who?
They vouching for B-Way. He said.
Which one?
He's watching.
The real one or the other
Which
one?
one's the real one?
I'm not sure at this point.
We're in the Matrix.
I'm the real one.
All right, then the real one. He's saying the real one.
Have the real
one. He's talked to him about the WNBA games.
What did you talk about WNBA games?
He's just vouching him.
That's it?
What do you mean?
That's all he has?
That's all he has.
Have talked?
He just said we've
I've talked to
about
people about a lot of things.
No, that's a vouch. That's more than you got.
It died.
You don't have to vouch.
That's it.
Oh,
Hey.
man. That sucks.
But we gotta wrap up anyway. It's been great kicking it with y'all today. We're a little bit over time limit anyway. What shout outs, fellas? You got any shout outs?
I ain't got no shout outs really. Shout out to the 3579 family.
35.
Don't worry about that. That's all me. Don't worry about that. Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about. No one gotta worry about that.
3579 fam. I think he's.
Stop it.
I don't know. I stopped myself.
Yeah, stop
Milk
it.
it, milk
I stopped
it,
myself.
milk it.
Stop it. Shout
Jack, got any shout outs?
That's not really a shout out. It's just, like, cancer sucks, and this being the month, it's Cancer Awareness Month, right? And all that, right? October. Somebody that I'm not me. I know the kid, but I'm not gonna mention no names. It's not my business to put out there, but maybe somebody out there is close to him listening to it, and he's gonna make it through and fight, and hopefully it all works out in the end. But it sucks when kids shouldn't have to go through that. So you're in my prayers, and definitely wishing for the best for you and your family.
Definitely keep them in our prayers, man. That's tough. Anybody else? Dixon, you got shout outs? Anybody?
Yeah, I want to shout out you guys. Just watching the growth over the past few weeks. You keep getting better and better.
Appreciate it.
Just every day is fun working with you guys.
Hey man, this is great. Before I go, we want to give a shout out to the Credit Lab one more time. So if anyone is in need of credit repair, building business credit, business loans, counseling, contact Credit Lab here in Lancaster, PA. Contact them for a free consultation. The website is www.creditlab.com. Follow the Facebook page at Credit Lab, or you can call the number because they're nationwide. They're not just in Lancaster, but they can help you out whether you're watching this in California or wherever. So the number is 717-509-8899, and you get $50 off your startup fee if you mention the Opinionated Facts podcast. Other than that, everybody else is good. We good to wrap up.
Come on, man, wrap this shit up, dog.
Jeez.
I'm
just trying to make sure I don't cut nobody off.
Nah, you cut them off.
You're gonna be talking about me later when we go to the air or something. Hey, anyway, I don't got no shout outs either, but other than that, we're out of here. So make sure you stay laid up, stay prayed up, stay out the way, and listen to what some old folks have to say. See you guys next week. Peace.